KTV and Reno. You're watching 2 News at 5.
Good evening. I'm Kristen Remington. Landon is off tonight. Glad you can be with us. NHP is still investigating to determine the exact cause of the crash that involved a utility van and a semi-truck. They say one of the drivers involved claimed to have swerved in traffic, trying to avoid hitting a dog. Ryan Kennedy spoke with the Northern Nevadans today about what they would do in this situation. And Ryan, this one's tricky for some people. What did they have to say?
Well, Kristen, people say there are a lot of factors that they have to take into consideration in this type of situation, but really the resounding response was that no one wants to take an animal's life. However, they wouldn't put an animal before themselves or their family.
We live in a region where animals of all types could pop out onto our roadways in an instant. Mustangs frequent the Damani Ranch area, and wildlife like bears and deer travel through the urban interface. When and if one of these animals runs out in front of your car while you're driving, how would you respond?
Instinctually, I would definitely swerve and hopefully not hit other people on the road.
Well, initial reaction is you don't want to hit them, but my husband's always said, don't swerve, because it causes a bigger issue.
A bigger issue like we saw on Sunday, when a crash shut down the interstate for hours. Thankfully, there were no injuries. But of course, many other factors come into play when you have to make this instant decision, like the size of the animal.
If it was a bear or something, I would definitely swerve away from that thing because that would total your car. If it was a dog, I am a dog owner and a dog lover, I would probably swerve away from that. But if it's like a less desirable, like a skunk, I would rather take its life, I guess.
All drivers we spoke to said if you're traveling at a slow rate of speed during the middle of the day, it should be easy enough to slam on your brakes to avoid hitting the animal. But if it's at night and you're moving too fast, there may be no other choice but to maintain your lane.
You could be at more risk. You could hit another car. You could injure yourself going off the road. So, I mean, yeah, it's unfortunate that there's an animal in the road, but I really don't think you should probably swerve.
Yeah, it's certainly interesting to hear everyone's responses, as there doesn't seem to really be a right or a wrong answer. Now, we also spoke to the Nevada Department of Wildlife. They say since it is now spring, animals are becoming more active and they're looking for water and they're looking for food. So it's imperative that people pay extra attention at this time of year, as animals could be frequenting areas that are closer to the highway more often. You also want to be cautious in areas where there are animal signs. Covering the story live, Ryan Kennedy, 2 News.